Hi there, I'm Raghunath. I run a social service for teenagers called HowUCan, more by way of giving back to society. By way of background, from an extremely humble background with absolutely no access to coaching classes or mentorship, using purely self taught, self learned study habits and methods, including managing time, I was fortunate to be admitted to and graduate from IIT Madras, IIM Bangalore, and I'm also a chartered accountant, All India 6th. I've had a long career in financial services, including by way of managing director and CEO of one of India's largest investment banks. Today, I help teenagers learn from the many techniques and habits and methods and nuances that I have used in my academics and professional journey. And I find this particularly useful for teenagers with academic challenges. Many of you must have faced this situation where you have forgotten something. School says, where is the deadline, homework, if you were to submit today? Oh, I forgot. Or perhaps, as in many families, a lecture from dad on managing time. Or from mom scolding you, you need to get better at managing your time. Pressure from everywhere, manage your time, do better, do more. How you need to manage your time better. You keep hearing this word, manage your time management, this, manage time, do more with the time that you have. Don't worry, you're not alone. The issue is not about not being a good time manager or not managing your time well. It is about knowing what is it that we do when we manage time. Instead of calling it this big jargon called time management, I would say it is better to call it, how do I do better with my time? How can I do better on things that I need to do with the time that I have? I assure you, it is not a formula. Mug it up, use it, put the numbers, it comes out. No, it is not that. Nor, and this is a myth, it is about writing into a calendar. It is not filling up a calendar and looking at it. That probably comes at the very end of the thing called time management. It is actually how to get things done. How to get all things done adequately, not partially, adequately, not necessarily perfectionist way, adequately and importantly on time, without missing the deadline, not 1 month after it was due. That is what is called managing your time. How to get things done, all of them adequately and on time. In a series of videos focused on teaching you time management, called Time Management for Teenagers, I help you learn the concepts, the methods, the habits by which I have benefited from managing my time in my academics and professional journey. I assure you, it is not teaching calendar writing or not helping you write your calendar. It is a lot more than calendaring. It is more a habit. It is a way of living. Depends on your mind, the logic, the thoughts that go on in your mind. How do you look at things? How do you embrace certain new concepts? Small, however. It is a style of living, style of doing things. Like, say, in swimming. You have freestyle swimming, right? And you have doggy style swimming. Both of these are swimming styles, correct? But they have different outcomes. You don't sit and say, okay, this, how do I breathe from my nose first? Then you just learn, how do I pull my head out of the water? How should my hand movement be? Finger movement? No. It is a style. Many things go into it. Finally, you're a good swimmer. Right? That's what time management is about. It is a habit. It's a way of living. The videos are structured into various modules. There are 7 modules. Lessons structured into 7 modules. In module 1, we get to the very basic. Why should we manage time? What is it about time that we need to manage it? You will also learn what is it that we do when we say we are managing time, the big picture view. You will learn that when you manage something like time, you decide on 4 things. What to do, when to do, how much to do, and actually doing it. In module 2, I told you it is all a habit, it is a way of living. I help you learn through a series of videos. Many small thoughts, small ways of looking at things, of getting things done, which if you absorb and practice individually and collectively, you get to be better at managing things that you need to get done. These are, I would say, catalysts for you to do better. There are a lot of positive perspectives that you can imbibe and practice them, making you better positioned to manage your time and do better at what you're doing. In module 4, I'm jumping to module 4, I realize. In module 4, you will learn to identify through a series of lessons the what all to do part of the managing time. What are the 50, 20, 10 things that I need to get done at this point of time? How do I keep track of it without missing something? Or a large project, like IB students will know extended essay writing. It's a large project spreading over months, or a big lab report. How do I know what all need to go into that to finish it at the end of the deadline? So in the process of identifying what all I need to do, the list of things, in module 3, I expose you to and teach you a technique that I have adapted and borrowed from the manufacturing industry, extremely effectively usable for studies too, and I have used it time and again, called the Ishikawa diagram, the cause and effect diagram, or simply the fishbone diagram because of the way it looks when you do it. We will use and learn the fishbone diagram on how to manage large projects, large tasks, which has many subtasks in that. In module 5, having identified what all you need to do, comes the decision on how much time should I give for each of these activities. Should this need 1 hour? Should I study 5 hours a day when exams are due in 3 months? Should it be 8 hours? Should it be 16? Should I do more language, more English, or more math? It is all like a weighing scale or a diet plan, balancing things to make sure everything gets the adequate attention. In module 6, having done what to do and how much to do, it's a question of actually when do I do it? Which part of the day, which part of the week do I do it? I'm assuring you, you don't need an app for this. If you got all the other things right, what to do list, how much to do, etc., and you have imbibed all those small thoughts and actions that I will teach you in module 2, you can even write your schedule, put down your timetable or schedule as they call it, in the rough book last page. That's enough. Or a post-it. Because by having done all that lead to that, you're already a great time manager. You would already know what to do when. It's just a question of putting it down in a presentable form so you can keep track of it. Or of course, the apps are very helpful, conveniently designed to make and edit things. You can use an app. But you don't need an app to be putting down a schedule. Having done all this, there are certain efficiencies to do things even better time manager. In module 7, I will give you a lot of tips and tricks and techniques on bringing about efficiencies in your managing your activities. For example, how do I prioritize? Choosing this or that, this or that, this or that. Or how do I study now the first time this topic in a way or the time I have allotted, so that when revision comes, I don't need to spend too much time. What should I do now to gain efficiency on revision time? What do I do now to not forget and having to reread the whole thing again later, because I won't have time for that? How do I deal with backlogs, etc. are the efficiencies that I will try to teach you once you have learned from module 1 to 6 the actual tricks and tips and methods by which you can manage your time better, which is managing to do things on time adequately. Once you watch these videos, I assure you it will be a lifelong habit forming training for you, not just writing up a calendar for your March exams. You may choose to watch these in sequence, which probably is better to do, or no problem, you can watch a lesson at random. Just pick module 4 lesson 3, I want to watch it first. Please go ahead, because that would train you on something at least. As you accumulate these trainings, these concepts, these methods, they accumulate up, bringing about a slow transformation in you and a great transformation in you. Each of you is different. You could privately get assistance from me, guidance from me. If at the end of any video you want to reach out to me, feel free to WhatsApp me on my number 98203 45323. I am here to help each of you move from I can't to I can. Enjoy watching these videos. Take care.